friends, welcome to Arnav. Today is the 40th episode in the history series. So in the last episode of the history series, we discussed about World War I. So today we are going to discuss about the succession of World War I, which is of course World War II. So there's nothing to smile about it. It is just war, and war is bad. So World War II was a world war that lasted from 1939 to 1945. It was 6 whole years. Yes. So it involved the vast majority of the world's countries forming two opposing military alliances. So these military alliances were the Allies and the Axis. So while in World War I there were the Allied powers and the Central powers. So that is the main difference here. So in World War II, so people in here were directly, more than 100 million people were directly involved in World War II. So these are military personnel. So these 100 million people came from more than 30 countries. So 3 times 10, that's a lot of countries. Yes. So next the dates. So World War II was from 1st September 1939 to 2nd September 1945. Yes. So this was 6 years and exactly 1 day. Yes, 1 day. Okay. So next, the countries involved. So first let's start with the Allies group. So first there are the big 3, which are the countries of the United Kingdom, the Soviet Union and the United States. So they joined the war in 1939, 1941 and 1941 again respectively. Yes. So the Allied combatants with governments in exile. So the next mentioned countries are the countries so they are the Allies, are in the Allies, but they are completely occupied. Their total landmass is occupied. That means so that their government needs to be in another country to control itself. Yes. So that's why its government itself is in another country or exiled into another country. Yes. So these countries these countries include Poland, Czechoslovakia, Norway, Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, France, Ethiopia, Greece, Yugoslavia, and the Philippines. So there were many countries in this war. That were exiled because of this war. Yes. So most of them were exiled because of Germany only. So it took almost all of Europe. And the most peaceful area in Europe at this time was the Iberian Peninsula, Spain and Portugal. They both were very peaceful. They didn't even fight the war. They were just peacefully there sitting and doing their own thing. Yes, at least Portugal didn't fight as they fought in World War I. They didn't fight in World War II. Yes. Next, other Allied combatant states. So these include China. Next, the 3 countries are not independent. So these are India, Canada and Newfoundland. So they are not independent yet at that time. Next, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, Brazil, Mongolia and Mexico were in the Allied side at this time. Yes. So next are the Axis. So these were also once known as the Rome-Berlin Axis powers. Yes. So because the main countries at the time were just Italy and Germany, whose capitals were Rome and Berlin respectively. Yes. So the principal members include Nazi Germany, who was the main country which started the war. So Nazi Germany can also be called as the German Reich. Next are the Reich. Okay. Next is the Kingdom of Italy and the Empire of Japan, which took over all of East Asia and most of the East Indies, except Thailand for some reason, which was completely surrounded by Japan. Yes. So next, other Axis states. So these other Axis states included the Kingdom of Hungary, Romania, the Slovak Republic, which was like a puppet state which got independence from Czechoslovakia, which was again annexed by Germany. Next, the Kingdom of Bulgaria, Croatia, which was kind of independent at the time because it was a rebellion from Yugoslavia. Next, Finland in the Kingdom of Thailand, which still, as I said, was randomly in the middle of the Japanese Empire, in the middle of the war. So next, former Axis powers. That means these are the Axis powers which again switched sides and went into the Allies. So Italy switched sides in 1943. Next, Romania, Bulgaria and Finland switched sides in 1944. Like always in both wars, Italy switched sides from the Axis side to the Allied side. Yes, so that for some reason they always do that. I think if a World War III happens, they will also again do that. Yes. So next, the invasion of Poland. So this is the main reason for the war. So in September 1939, Germany and the Soviet Union agreed to attack the area known as Poland. So this angered the Allies, so they declared war. So first, there was Nazi Germany. So before that, it was Weimar Germany, which was very weakened by the effects of the after World War I. So because of the new person named Hitler rose up the ranks and created a new party for the country known as the Nazi Party, which finally took over the country. So first they annexed Austria in the south. So first he wanted to take over all of the German areas. So he wanted to make Germany a very big country with all people of German ethnicity only. And for some reason, he hated Jews but loved Aryans. So he annexing Austria is present day called as Anschluss. Yes, so that thing. So next, so the Allies said, no, you can't do this. But our friend Hitler, so he signed a treaty with the Allies, so I will not attack Czechoslovakia like that. But Germany with its friend Hungary took over Czechoslovakia. Yes, which was very fastly happened. And finally, the Allied powers said a warning to him. So if you attack Poland, we declare war on you. And that was the exact thing which he did. So first, Germany did a non-aggression pact with the Soviet Union. That means they won't fight like that. So they had plans to take over the country of Poland. So while that, the Soviet Union also took over the Baltic states next to them. So they finally attacked Poland, and on the same day that the Germans attacked Poland or started the attack deal on Poland, then they also declared war. With that, other countries also followed, and this started World War II. It was a very long history. But at the end, Hitler, he killed himself. Ouch. So in this war, the last country without surrendering was Japan, which had 2 nukes placed on it by, guess it, the USA. So those nukes were Fat Man, which was really fat, and Little Boy, which was, it wasn't a little boy, it was a very big boy. Yes. Okay, so that is the reason for World War II. So next, the territorial changes. So to show these territorial changes, we need to rub all of this from the board. Yes. Okay. So many things happen after World War II, and there may be some things which were not covered in this video. So yeah. Okay. And finally, so this is the map of, okay, so now I'll draw the map. Okay, starting from the Iberian Peninsula, which didn't even do anything. Next, Italy. Next, the Balkans and the Caucasians and the remaining of Russia. While up here we have the Scandinavian countries, the Denmark, and the Britain Peninsula, and finally Britain itself with Ireland. Okay, so next again we need to draw the borders. Spain, Portugal, so many countries were in the war. Next, here the lowland countries including Belgium, Netherlands and Luxembourg. Next, Germany in the middle. It was pretty big at this time. Next, okay, here was Switzerland. Next, Austria. So this was before the war. Next, the country of Hungary. Next, Romania. Next, up here, Czechoslovakia. Next, here is the Soviet Union, all of this. Next, the Yugoslavia, Bulgaria, Greece, a bit of Turkey. Okay, so next, here is the country of Poland, which was pretty small at that time. And all the smaller Baltic states. And finally, Finland and those countries up here. So this map is not that much accurate. So next I'll show the new territories which were made, new border changes which were made after World War II. So Germany was split into many pieces by France, UK, next the Soviet Union, and the remainder is for America, the USA. So next the Warsaw Pact was formed between, so to show the Warsaw Pact I'll show, okay, so these were the countries. These included Germany, the Soviet Germany, next Hungary, Czechoslovakia, next Hungary, then Romania, and the Soviet Union itself. So these were the countries here. Okay, so these were one of the many border changes. So next so Czechoslovakia was divided into, not just now, so okay. So next the small border change happened up here, next between Yugoslavia and Italy. So some of Italy's land was gone, yes. So next, okay. So next difference is, so Austria and Japan were also split into different pieces by the Allied powers. So next, a small part of Czechoslovakia was annexed by the Soviet Union. So this small part here was annexed by Soviet Union. Yes. So next, Romania lost Moldova. Moldova is this area here. So present day it is a separate country mostly. Okay. So next, Finland lost parts of Karelia. So at that time Finland was a bit bigger. So now it lost those bigger pieces. Okay. So next Finland got even more smaller. Next, and finally the Baltic states were completely occupied by Russia, and also the borders of Poland and Germany completely changed. So these were the border changes at that time. So not all of the border changes, I think I didn't say some of them at least. So this is for today about World War II. Bye.